Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin right now on a weekly, but this is CME because today at 4 p.m. Central Eastern, you will see the markets closed. And what we are looking for, if it can close above 20,300. If CME can't close above 20,300, more than likely the next weekly candle will open and we will look for some downside. Also, your lowest EMA here is at 19,900. That can also be a target to the upside if 19,700 gets claimed on perps, 19,700. We should be looking for an extension up to like 19,900 or 20,400, and then after that, 20,800. Okay, those levels are very, very important. And then CME is about to do the death cross, okay, where the 21 goes under the 200. If that happens at the close of this showing you weakness of under 19.9, well, then we're gonna have a lot of pressure starting next week to the downside. This little white line is a measured move of the drop of this area. Okay, so if we start closing under this 19,000 and a weekly, the fast move down here is very, very possible, and that's where these numbers are here from. This is just an extension from top to bottom, and just bring it down for the breakdown. If this is gonna, I'm just gonna clone this for you. If we do start closing above that 9, well, we're gonna be looking for an extension up right into this resistance after taking out the liquidity here. So those are the two possible directions. Which way we will go, we will have to wait and see. Why I have this here is because this little order block is where we broke down from, so we were probably going to look for that on the way up. There's this little bit of a gap over here that we might try to fill. So just watch out for that. If you look left, the levels of this breakdown is coming in right into the support of this previous consolidation right here. This little block right here. So that's why you have this 14,400, 12,600, 9,900. So keep those levels in mind, might help in the near future. All right, so now we can go look at perps. Weekly is good enough for CME. Here is perps. And we are starting with Bitcoin. Okay, let's throw that away. On a, well, weekly wise, same thing as I just said on CME. If we don't close above 19.9, we're going to be looking for downside. And then 20,300 is the next level of resistance. 20,003, 20,004 is a next level of resistance to the top side. 221 almost ready to cross to the downside, very bearish. This is a good time for price to literally pop all the way up here to get to 20,000, 23,000, 24,000, and then close. If a weekly candle can get up here and close, this cross won't occur, and then this will actually give you the signature of, hey, this is the bottom, and price will just keep rising up after that. Then you will see crazy green dildo time because it'll pop up from here, open and close weekly, level at this resistance basically, like right around here, like 24, 20, 23, 24,000. Then, and in a week or two, it'll just probably climb right to like 30. So this is what we're waiting for. And I'll put this back on. This blue line is telling you that time is very close, our fib time. So we're literally 2 weeks away from what I'm assuming is bottom. So just keep that in mind. All right, that's for the weekly. We need to close above 19.9, otherwise we're gonna look for a little bit lower coming into next week. Here's our daily. Yesterday was very rough. We rejected off the 21 EMA. A lot of people got hurt on the way down. We literally tapped this liquidity just by like $10. What is this? Maybe $100. Okay, so about $100, we tapped this liquidity. All these people got stopped out. Looking left, okay, if you look left, This is where we got stopped out, right? So you can see all these people got stopped out. All right. The only person that survived was the original low at 17.6. All right, get that out of there, turn that off. So yeah, uh, is this bottom? I don't know yet. This is still has a lot of money here. We did do a really quick pump up, but as you can see, that wick up was probably because all the stops hit, so you had a fast reaction up. Volume to the upside is already dissipating, so you're already showing like less volume as we're reaching higher. So that's bearish volume divergence, basically. Now, I'm not really rushing into FOMO mode to chase this long. After we break above 20,400, if I feel like it, I think this is right over here. Yeah, after we break above 20,400 and have an open and close above this 55 EMA on a 4 hour, then I can look for that next extension to like 20,800 and then 21.6, etc. So yeah, be on the cautious upside watch because this is a daily chart and we're above the 9 and 21. So, and we're trying to get to the 55 and rejecting, which is this lower high. More than likely, since we took this liquidity here, liquidity up here is up for grabs as well. And it can come all the way up to here without really sweating, which is around 21.6. The only people who are gonna hurt when this happens are all the shorts who are smart to short. You know, it's not the wrong thing to short because you're obviously an experienced trader. But all the unexperienced traders, they don't know how to short. Retail does not know how to short. Retail knows how to long and buy the dip. And that's literally what will be happening as FOMO kicks in. Today's payday, people are going to get this fresh money in their hand and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, bottom's in. I'm going to go 100x long or I'm going to go all in. And then what's going to happen is we're going to be rising probably throughout the day today. Then when the market closes at 4, well, that's going to probably be the high of the day. And that's when you'll finally see the reversal because the market maker is going to want the price to be as high as possible before he enters his short and walks away for the weekend because he doesn't want to stress. Right? And this whole formation is doing exactly what we assumed it was doing, like the bat formation or a W. Well, this is a bearish bat in my opinion. It looks like it's something like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, this is what this looks like to me. So I'm expecting one of these, and then the drop. So I don't know when the time it's gonna happen, but we're ready. I mean, if it breaks the 100, I'll look for the 200, and every day we open and close these candles, all these EMAs are just rushing to the downside. So it's like we even if we break up, we have lots of levels of resistance. Okay, such as 21,600 and 22,800 will be major levels of resistance to the upside if we break this EMA. Not to mention, you have to get out of this freaking order block, which is 20,800, which is, I hate that level. And I'll tell you guys that a million times. I won't even really be super bullish until we do break above that with the 4 hour open and close, because then we will be just hunting this liquidity up here pretty quickly. Then over here, you can start, considering a short if we can't break to the upper high and you find some weakness. But level by level. Here's level 1, here's level 2, here's level 3, here's level 4, and then here's level 5. So it's all resistance to the upside. The path of least resistance right now is the downside. But yeah, that's not going to happen since people are a little excited right now. If the daily closes above this 19.7, as I said, we will probably find further upside. The goal is if you are looking for downside to close under this, if you're looking for upside to close above this. Any time frame closes above this, like a 4 hour above it, you're looking for continuation, probably to the top of the block. Any closes underneath it, you're looking for continuation. Probably going to eat this wick because people that think they're safe are going to get a rude awakening as soon as this flushes right back down in their face. So I'm giving you the plan. I'm not saying it's going to go up. I'm telling you it could go up, it could go down. We are ready for either way. We're only going to react at certain points. Let it do whatever the fuck it wants to do. Just be patient, guys. A lot of people yesterday got chopped up and it was disgusting. Disgusting because of impatience and panic. Here's the 4-hour chart. Ooh, my internet just flashed, so I hope we didn't lose everything. Okay, get that out of there. I'm gonna clean all this out of the way. Okay, so here's a 4-hour chart. All right, on the 4-hour, we are pressing onto the 200, and we're about to almost claim it while all the EMAs are trying to converge up. If we reject right here and we can't close above this 200, all this crossing that's supposed to happen, you will see price action flush under it and then close and then continue down to eat this wick, trapping all the people who are trying to buy long thinking the bottom is in, but it's still a lower high. You understand? There's no reason you should be chasing this long until it actually breaks the trend line. I mean, technically it has, and it's trying to claim the 200. Once it has, with an open and close with the 4-hour above it, you can look for higher. If not, then I mean, I would just be cautious for downside. And the volume right now is pretty lackluster, looking like it's going to die into open. So just be cautious about this. I'm giving you the levels, like I said, to the top 20,400, then 20,800. To the bottom 19,900, 19,700. You got to keep all of those in mind and be ready as price action comes accordingly. So we are literally fighting right here where the golden pocket is 200 EMA. EMAs are trying to converge up, but what we want is the drop down. If you are bullish, when it comes down, this will be support 19.3. So 19.3 is the downside support. If you can't break under 19.3, you better have a hedge for a long, because then more than likely we're just going to use this as support, make a little triangle. You're going to make a little consolidation triangle right here, and then just break out. And then you'll follow this path. So just be careful that, you're not too bearish. I sound bearish, but I'm telling you, market will probably push upside first and then destroy people to the downside. Because yesterday, the whole time with that CPI data, everyone was so bearish. Everyone was bearish before the CPI data. CPI data was exactly what we expected. That's why the market did everything it did. It trapped all the shorts all the way on the bottom, biggest fear and panic. And if the markets are really bad, well, who the heck has got the courage and balls and money to buy it up like this? It was complete manipulation of your psychology. It wasn't like market manipulation. It was market was so bearish that as soon as one dude got stopped out, which was a large stop out, like there was a huge liquidity grab, market maker just pushed it flush up because everyone was trying to sell. So he just bought it all up until there was no one to sell. And then everyone started to get stopped out of their shorts. So then all the short covering also fueled the rise. And then once we broke above resistance, he stopped, and we've only been going sideways overnight since. So right now, I'm waiting to see, is London going to continue the pump, or is everyone going to take Friday to take a short around the world? We're going to find out. So that's Bitcoin for you. Now let's quickly go over Ethereum. ETH, CME. I'm going to show you guys a monthly, weekly, sorry. I don't care about those lower time frames. And here it is. So this looks like poop. What have we done? This was our last consolidation low. We've only consolidated right on top of it, and it just looks like poop. Volume is like kind of stable and lackluster. If we just keep going sideways here, I mean, sure, we might test into 1450 and then look for the rejection there before the weekly close. If we lose 1250 again on a 4-hour open and close, I'm going to assume we're going to test this entire downside now. This wick was a one-time scenario because it dipped into the liquidity pool. Next time there's no liquidity there, it's just going to look for the next area of fat liquidity, and that's going to be like under $1,000. So just be ready for that. Anything can happen over the weekend, but this is your CME warning. If you break to 1450 and above, then you're looking for the next upper resistance at 1650, and all of this choppy gap stuff will all be basically consolidated and filled. That's what we're looking for, basically. Upside to 1450, downside to 1,000 on Ethereum. Then let's go to the perp contract. I think this one is the one I use. This one. Okay, going to the perp contracts and your weekly, it's obviously the same thing. We're looking for a break above 1450, and if that can happen, we can look for higher. 200 EMA, 21 EMA looking like they're about to cross. If we go sideways or down, this is gonna look worse next week. So, next week we gotta see if this is gonna cross. And you know what? I am now thinking my fib time is coinciding with this shit, and I'll give you a new theory. I think by the end of the month, this may look like it's gonna cross, but it's not gonna cross. Price action is gonna get sucked into this cross and above it, trapping all the shorts, and then we will break out and make a W, and then basically start the new bull run. That's a very, very, very ballsy thing to say, but just look at it. Ugh, I got too many drawings now. The way that everything is shaping up, it reminds me of another scenario previously, like 2017-ish. This cross sometimes can be deadly, like dump, but I think a lot of professional traders know that this death cross is coming. And sometimes what happens is before the death cross occurs, price action will suck into it and get above it, open and close, and then it will continue. Like it will just destroy all these shorts. And I did say that the fast move down means fast move up. Well, here's your first uh, uh, attempt at break of structure, and then now you basically did not. But now this is the higher low, and if this does break up, it is going to increase crazy FOMO. If as soon as Ethereum breaks about 2K, I think everyone's going to be like, all right, bottoms in. They're going to try to rally up there. Just be very about this. This level is resistance. This level is resistance. Once we open and close above this on a weekly, then we're looking for some crazy moves up. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Until then, I mean, that's the hopium case. The bearish case is the fact that we're about to bump into this, and 1440 will be resistance and will basically get rejected. Volume is decreasing as well to the upside. So one red candle will just basically sweep this liquidity to the downside that we've been waiting for forever, because this lower EMA already is rejecting off of the 200 and showing you, hey, we have already started the trend to the downside after a failure. The 21 is next. If this 55 crosses the 100, 21, like everything is just showing you downside. So this is why I'm saying like the downside is almost cemented, but the trickery of the is if he can swing this up, like some kind of news comes out, something positive, where you just swing this thing up here, close it, open it, and it'll just add for continuation because so many shorts will be actually starting to close if that signature plays. It'll be like a breakup structure too. If you break above this level here, people will be obviously then looking at this as a higher low and looking for the upside continuation. That is something to look out for. I was not expecting to think of that, but yeah, I've seen that on BTC, and BTC is doing the same thing. And if I'm supposed to be getting my end of the cycle at the end of this month, then it will make sense that the crosses are just a trick for the sucking of price action to go up. Here is the daily on Ethereum. We're brushing against the 21 until we get above 1380. We're not looking for really any upside continuation. 1380 with an open and close, okay, and then it's obviously 1440. That level over there might be resistance, but the way we're looking, you see when it does like this, a tight consolidation, it pops up, right? Tight, 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 tight. It's gonna probably pop up. It might even go all the way to like 1530. But let's figure that out after 1440, okay? If that happens. With the 4-hour open and close above 1440, that 1550 or more should be very, very in the front of your mind so that you are ready to react accordingly, okay? Here's a 4-hour on Ethereum. We are trying to build support and a base, and look, we're above the 100 EMA. So it looks a little bit better than Bitcoin. Closing this 4-hour candle here, like this, Why wouldn't the next 4 hour continue into 1400, 1380 level? We can get rejected at 1380, take all the liquidity from the shorts, and then go to the downside. If we really want to hurt them, we'll go to the pink line of death and go to 1460, 1480, and then roll on over. So the fact that the EMAs are squeezing like this is looking to test the resistance of the upside. So the poke is what we're waiting for to see if we're going to get it and then reject, or the downward sweep, because that wick, this lovely wick here, definitely is going to get tested eventually. Just not sure if it's going to be today or if we're going to go up first and then come back down and test it. If it's today, it would be better, so that way we can confirm like, hey, that death cross is not going to occur, and we could just go up. And that also we confirmed if we just continue up. So keep that in mind. But that's basically it, guys. So aside from all of this stuff that's occurring, you guys should be watching Dixie. Dixie is doing exactly what we were expecting, playing a little game of up and down. We got up to almost 114, came back down to support. Right now, we're finding support here, and we're continuing up, okay? We already closed above, opened and closed above the 21 EMA and the 9 EMA. This technically is going to go up. This is not looking for a rollover, in my opinion. This is looking like a cup handle, V-shape recovery, whatever you want to look at it or call it, kind of like this, just drop and then comes back up, stabilizes, and then continues. So right now, this is already coming back up. It's looking to stabilize, and then it's gonna probably poke right back up into this area, looking for a rejection. This huge wick rejection, it was big, but this is during that CPI data nonsense. It takes about 24 hours to 48 hours for the market to like digest CPI data and interest rate news and Fed minutes and all that stuff. So don't assume like the market is going in the direction due to the results of the news. It takes like a day or two for sometimes that to stabilize, because people are already front running that decision. And then when the decision occurs, that reaction is them taking the appropriate caution with their position, knowing what the truth is. You know, they're assuming before it's second, they have to like act accordingly and rebalance their portfolio, and that's why you see those quick moves. So yeah, guys, just watch out for Dixie. If Dixie continues up today, I'll even set my alert. If Dixie goes up above 113.20, you should be looking for pain then on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. And then we can look for those downside targets. If Dixie starts to reject from here and actually loses this level over here, like 112, then you're going to see Bitcoin and Ethereum get a nice, healthy rally. And Dixie might pull back because right now other governments are doing shenanigans with their money to keep the inflation, interest, and the peg to the dollar in control. So those things should be expected, guys. Aside from that, just be safe. It's Friday. You shouldn't probably be trying to hold a position into the weekend. Just, you know, if you're in a position, trade accordingly. If you're not, then be patient for those levels and try to scalp with me. I will do my best to help you. Um, Aside from that, guys, please just like, subscribe, press the bell button on the notification of this video if you haven't already. If you could leave me a comment on the section below, I would love it. If you have any questions or concerns or have another asset you want me to cover, just leave it in the section below and I will get to you ASAP. And then finally, if you want to join us for trading throughout the day, the description of this video has our link to our Discord group. Feel free to join, and I can't wait to see you there. Have a great day, guys. Be safe. Talk to you soon.